Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me today is Jay Huseman. And Jay, we're at the Roval for the elimination race for the NASCAR Cup Series.
Yeah, you can't get much more intense than that, especially being at the Roval. We talked about it in all the series. The Truck Series there for the first time. We'll see how wild they get. But we have seen some crazy things happen in both the Xfinity Series and Cup Series on this Roval.
Yes, we have, and this is not going to be any exception. So I think everybody's going to make the entry list, though, right?
Yeah, we got 37 drivers and teams for 40 spots. The part-time team is the number 66 of Josh Bilicki. The other six, and they word it differently now, but again, you got the chartered teams are locked in, but the three from 2311, the 45 of Tyler Reddick, and the 23 of Bubba Wallace, which are both playoff drivers, coincidentally, and then the number 35 of Riley Herbst, and the three Front Row Motorsports, which would be the number 4 of Noah Gragson, the number 34 Todd Gilliland, and then the 38 is Zane Smith.
Okay.
But they are going to make the field even as an open team, and again, it lists the part-time team of the 66 of Josh Bilicki as well. So 37, and that's a lot on a Roval, though.
It is, and it's going to be really a high tension, high pressure, you name it. These guys are going to be on edge, I think, at this track. The Bank of America ROVAL 400 will take place at Charlotte Motor Speedway's road course on Sunday, October the 5th. It is a 2.28 mile asphalt road course. Now, the race time is 3 p.m. Eastern time on the USA Network, with pre-race coverage available at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Radio coverage is also available on PRN and SiriusXM Channel 90. They will race a distance of 248.52 miles over 109 laps. Stage 1 is 25 laps ending on lap 25. Stage 2, also 25 laps, ending on lap 50. And then the final stage will be 59 laps, ending on the last lap of 109. Now, where you're going to watch this weekend, the Busch Light practice and qualifying will take place on True TV, PRN, and SiriusXM at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's on Saturday, October the 4th. So you'll want to tune in for that in the NASCAR Cup Series. And the race, of course, is going to be on Sunday, October the 5th. The Bank of America ROVAL 400 again starts at 3 p.m. Eastern time over on the USA Network.
And as we get into the insights and storylines, this weekend marks the 8th running of a NASCAR Cup Series race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway road course, known as the Roval.
All right, and Charlotte Motor Speedway's road course is the 6th and final road course race of the season, and the only road course in the playoffs.
And the Roval has always hosted a cutoff race in the playoffs. It served as the final round race in the round of 16 from 2018 and 19, and then became the finale to the round of 12 starting in 2020, running now through the present season.
Now, 4 of the 5 previous Charlotte ROVAL winners are current playoff drivers. That includes Ryan Blaney in 2018, Chase Elliott in 19 and 20, and Kyle Larson in 20 and 24. Christopher Bell, his win came in 2022.
Well, we got a couple of drivers with 2 wins there, Hendrick Motorsports, so that might be something to look at when you and Taz do the fantasy preview.
Yes.
The winner of the Charlotte ROVAL went on to win the championship twice, Chase Elliott in 2020 and Kyle Larson in 2021.
All right, and only twice has the winner in the round of 12 finale been in a must-win situation. In 2014, that driver was Brad Keselowski at Talladega Superspeedway, and in 2022, it was Christopher Bell at the Charlotte. So it can happen.
Now, a stage winner, though, has not gone on to win at the Charlotte Road Course since 2019, and that was Chase Elliott. That's kind of interesting.
It is. 6 of 7 races on the Roval were won from the top 10 starting position, but only one from a top 5. Chase Elliott won from second in 2020.
Now, Ford has not won at the Charlotte Roval since the track's first Cup race. That was Ryan Blaney in 2018. That's their second longest drought among current Cup Series tracks.
And 4 of 7 Charlotte Motor Speedway road courses has had the last lead change in the final 8 laps, including one last lap pass that came in 2018.
Now, for the Cup Series, though, only one Charlotte Roval race has ended in overtime, and that came in 2022.
And 6 of the 7 Charlotte Roval winners did not lead in Stage 1, and Stage 1 of the last 3 Roval races went caution-free.
I have noticed that. Now, we got a spoiler here because Shane Van Gisbergen can become the second driver to win 5 consecutive Cup road course races, as he could join Jeff Gordon with 6 straight wins from 1997 to 2000. And he started in the playoffs, but has since been eliminated.
Yes, indeed. But he could still be a spoiler this weekend. Shane Van Gisbergen can become the first driver to get their first 6 Cup wins on road courses. So he may be making some history this weekend as well.
Well, and I think he kind of already has, and he has led 52% of the road course laps this year. He's run inside the top 5 for 84% of the laps and inside the top 10 for 94% of the laps.
And Shane Van Gisbergen's average finish is at 8.18 on road courses, and that is third best all time among drivers with 4+ starts, behind only Hall of Famers Fireball Roberts at 2.78 and Buck Baker at 7.70. So he's in rarefied air there.
I'll tell you what, those are not the 2 that I would have picked out of history, though, as far as the best road course racers, honestly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Now, 2 of Shane Van Gisbergen wins this year had the largest margins of victory for road courses since 1988. Mexico City, it was at a whopping 16.567 seconds, but he did it again at Watkins Glen with an 11.116 margin of victory.
Yeah, I don't think the drivers like that too much.
No, can't imagine so.
All right. Now, Shane Van Gisbergen's first 4 Cup poles all time came on road courses. A 5th would mark the first time a driver won their first 5 Cup poles at the same type racetrack since 1996, when Ted Musgrave did that at short tracks. On the other side of that, though, I think that drivers are watching Shane Van Gisbergen, and it's not going to be long before they catch up with him.
I think
Watching
they've closed I think they've closed the gap a little bit, but I think he's still got some tricks up his sleeve.
I think so.
5 of the last 14 road courses were won by drivers getting their first road course win.
All right, and Chevrolet drivers won 10 of the last 12 road course races and 5 of the 7 Roval races.
Well, one of those not in a Chevrolet, that was Toyota driver Christopher Bell. He's finished in the top 5 in 5 of the last 6 road courses, including 3 runner-ups and a win at COTA earlier this year.
Let's talk about Kyle Larson here. This is kind of surprising. Kyle Larson has the worst average finish among full-time drivers on road courses this season, and it comes in at an astounding 31.0. That's a stat I would never think to associate with Kyle Larson.
Absolutely not. I know he's had some rough luck and stretches, but yeah, not to that level. That is a kind of mind-blowing.
It's shocking.
Now, Chase Elliott leads all drivers with 11 top 5 finishes in the next-gen car on road courses, but none of his 7 road course wins came in the next-gen car. We talked about that, how he lost the road course edge. It's just he hasn't been getting the wins. He's still hanging in there with the 11 top 5s, though.
All right, now Shane Van Gisbergen at 8.18, Chase Elliott at 9.27. They are the only 2 drivers to have a top 10 average finish on road courses in the next-gen car.
Now, this is another one that's kind of a little bit mind-blowing. Ryan Blaney is on a 23-race streak without a top 5 finish on road courses.
That is mind-blowing. I'm sure he's delighted that he has a win in his pocket already. Now, Brad Keselowski is on a 20-race streak without a top 10 finish on road courses as well.
Now, this one, with the year he's had, both of Kyle Busch's top 5 finishes in 2025 came on road courses. So that's good news for Kyle Busch fans.
All right. And Kyle Busch is set to pass Terry Labonte for the most Cup road course starts all time this weekend. And that is set at 64.
Now, the driver leading the most laps has won 10 of the last 16 road courses.
Okay, and Kyle Larson won 2 of the last 9 road course races, but with his average finish in the other 7 races is 29th. That's a big contrast there.
Yeah, that's amazing too. Now, Hendrick Motorsports has yet to win on a road course this season after winning at least once on a road course for every year between 2018 and 2024. So maybe it's not just Kyle Larson, it's kind of the organization of HMS as a whole.
It's possible. Hendrick Motorsports leads all teams in polls, wins, top 5s, top 10s, laps led, and average finish on road courses all time.
And they also have drivers that have won 5 of the last 12 road courses with 3 different drivers winning. William Byron and Kyle Larson twice, as well as Alex Bowman once.
In 8 of 11 seasons with the elimination style playoffs, at least one driver moved to the next round from below the bubble to the round of 8 in this cutoff race. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see if we can make that happen this week.
Yeah, we'll take a look at who we think it might be if it does come to fruition. The largest bubble deficit to overcome, though, in the round of 12 cutoff race, that was 22 points. And that's without a win, not getting the win and moving on, just making up the points. And that was 22 points done by Chase Elliott in 2019.
And twice a driver won from 19 or more points below the bubble in the round of 12 cutoff race. Christopher Bell was minus 45 in 2022, and Brad Keselowski was down 19 points in 2014. 7 races in 2025 ended in a last lap pass. That's the most all time in a season.
Now, as we look at this playoff race number 6, the clinch scenarios for the Charlotte Motor Speedway road course, we got 2 drivers that have clinched a spot in the 8-driver field for the next round, and that's Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, as they have picked up wins. Now, if there's a repeat winner, a win by a driver who cannot advance to the next round, drivers could clinch by being ahead of the 7th winless driver in the standings. The same point requirements listed would be true as well if the new win comes from Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, or Joey Logano. If it's one of those drivers but not Kyle Larson, he would clinch with 3 points, which puts him in a pretty good position. Denny Hamlin only needs 9 points. Christopher Bell, he needs 13. William Byron's at 17. Here it gets a little steeper. Chase Briscoe would need 36. Joey Logano, 44. Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Cindric, they can only do it with some help. Now, if the new winner is from Ross Chastain or another winless driver lower in the standings, but still eligible to advance to the next round, then drivers need to be ahead of the 6th winless driver. There, Kyle Larson would need 16 points, Denny Hamlin 22, and Christopher Bell 26. William Byron would need 30, which is a lot. Chase Briscoe almost max out at 49. Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Cindric would then need help. All the drivers we've talked about, all 12 of them, if they win, they don't need no help. So there you go.
Okay, a win and you're in. That's the best way to go. But unfortunately, only one person can win a race. So anything more that you want to cover here? I think when we do these clinch scenarios, we pretty much let everybody know where the standings are.
Yeah, and this one, it really is about winning, in my opinion, because Joey Logano at 3,083 is the 8th driver, which would be the cut line. He's got a 13-point lead over Ross Chastain and then 26 over Bubba Wallace. If the win, and I'm going to say if, non-playoff winner of or non-playoff driver at this point, SVG wins, it's about the points. Chastain, I think, could make up 13 points on Joey Logano. I don't see necessarily without an incident of Tyler or Bubba Wallace making up 26 and jumping Chastain to get to Joey Logano. So I think
Unless
Bubba
he
Wallace,
wins.
yeah, unless he wins, right. And that's a good possibility. But from Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Cindric, those are your three lowest drivers in 10th, 11th, and 12th. Take SVG out of the equation, and I think one of those could be your road course winner. But I think they got their work cut out for them against SVG. I really do.
They definitely do. So it's going to be another do not miss race. Again, it's an elimination race, meaning 4 drivers are not going to be moving on into the next round of the playoffs that will start at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
And I think in that case of, say, Joey Logano, Chase Briscoe, not that they wouldn't try and win a race by any means. I would not say that. But if they know that SVG is out front leading, then they got to watch those points and make sure they don't take themselves out of contention when it comes to the point.
Yes, don't do it to yourself. Do watch for more coming soon here at Fan for Racing Radio. We've done all of the previews, for all of the races taking place this weekend out at the Charlotte Roval, as well as the ARCA Menard Series season finale that is taking place on Saturday. That is going to be exciting to watch. We are going to be getting together with Taz on Friday. I will, and Taz and I are going to put together the fantasy report that will help people with their fantasy picks for this weekend. On the other side of the weekend, we'll do all the reviews for the races that we just previewed. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time, that's our NASCAR Hot Topic Sound Off segment with Jay and Chris as we discuss all the hottest topics in the world of NASCAR racing. We've got a couple of interviews out there as well. Chase Howard and Eric Johnson Jr. Both had interviews with us earlier this week, and it is both of them are well worth the listen. So we hope you'll tune in to those as well. So with that, Jay, we want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in.
Absolutely. We appreciate you watching and listening and sharing. I know we're building our subscriptions here on YouTube as we transitioned over from Blog Talk Radio, this being our rookie season on YouTube. So we appreciate all you for making that happen.
Yes, indeed. Couldn't do it without them. All right. So take care, everybody. I'll see you on Friday, Jay. You'll see everybody on the other side of the weekend. Are you going to be at the racetrack?
No, this weekend I'm not. Again, Jackson Motor Speedway has wrapped up their season. I can't get more than a couple days ahead of myself. I know I'm not this weekend. Greenville Speedway, though, is hosting the Gumbo Nationals. So I know a lot of my friends are headed out that way. Great racing out there for the Gumbo Nationals. That wraps up the Mississippi State Championship Challenge Series Super Late Model Series.
Oh, very cool. All right. So with that, again, we'll say thank you to everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you soon on my end and Jay on the other side of the weekend. Take care, everybody.
Enjoy the weekend.